Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, what up? So as you guys can see from the title and the thumbnail, today I'm going to be showing you guys my updated go-to makeup routine. I love to update this video every time I adapt a new routine or I use a lot of new products, because I think it's just really interesting to know what people's go-to makeup routines look like and what products they're using. Because typically, if it's your go-to makeup look, you're going to use it for a lot of different things. You're going to use it for every day. You're going to use it for special occasions. You're going to use it for maybe even your birthday and things like that. So I think it's really interesting to see why their go-to makeup look is what it is and why they use the products that they use. So yeah, I'm here to show you guys this look, the reason why I love it, all of the new products that I've been using and really enjoying because they've been working really nice for my skin. I'm ready to share all of that with you guys. So if y'all are interested in seeing this look that we got going on right now, which is my current favorite go-to makeup routine, then just keep on watching. So a few steps that I always do no matter what makeup look it is, whether it's my go-to makeup look, a makeup tutorial that I'm doing just for YouTube or anything, I always use the NYX Bare With Me Prime Set and Refresh Spray. I've been using this for so long. This is my second bottle of it and it doesn't take much. The bottle lasts such a long time. I just do a couple of sprays on my face and I feel like it really preps my face to put makeup on it and to put my primers and stuff underneath. So I use that first, and then I always do my eyebrows off camera just for the simple fact that everybody's brows are different, but I use the same products. These are all Benefit products, and then I use the NYX Bare With Me eyebrow gel to kind of brush them up and give them kind of that fluffy look. And then a step that I never skip as well, this is the Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump. I use this every single time that I do my makeup. This is not a step that I skip unless I'm taking a break from using this product, because sometimes I like to take a break from using it so that the effects are stronger when I do come back to it, because your skin can get used to this product. So I like to take a break from it every now and again. But yeah, for the most part, I never skip this step. Okay, so a eyeshadow primer that I've been using, because y'all know I always go in with my eyes first, no matter what kind of look I'm doing. This is the Juvia's Place eyeshadow primer in the shade number 2. This is heaven sent. I love this eyeshadow primer so much. Right now in my collection, it is literally my favorite eyeshadow primer. Like, nothing is touching this at all. I love the consistency of it. It feels kind of like a concealer, but it gives the same tackiness and dry down of an eyeshadow base. So I think that's why I like it so much, because I've never been one to use actual concealer on my lids. I've always used eyeshadow primer. This is like a hybrid between the two. So if you're one of those people who you've never liked eyeshadow primer and you always use concealer, you can still use this, and then vice versa. If you're like me and you always use eyeshadow primer and have never liked concealer because it creases on your lids, get this. It's literally like the best of both worlds, and you can blend it out with a brush, your finger, a sponge, and the shade is so nice. Well, shade number 2 is nice for me. They have it in 3 different shades, and I feel like everybody can use this eyeshadow primer no matter what your coloring is. And then I'm going to go in and set it down with translucent powder, because I always set down my eyeshadow primers with translucent powder because it just cancels out everything and it makes a nice smooth canvas for your eyeshadows to blend on top of. So the look that I'm about to show you guys has been my go-to whether I'm going to work or, you know, whether I'm going out or anything like that, because it's just so pretty and it's very simple to me. I know a lot of people, when they do their go-to makeup look, they don't use eyeshadow or they'll use a bronzer and call it quits. But y'all know me, I'm an eyeshadow girl, so I would never just go in with, well, I won't say never, but I don't think that bronzer in the crease, like that's it, is for me. I need to do like multiple colors on my eyes. So I'm taking my Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions palette, and this has literally been my go-to palette for, well, actually since January, like since the start of the year. This has been my go-to palette because I picked it back up and discovered how much I really love this palette. And FYI, my birthstone is actually a yellow topaz, so I always reach for this palette. So I'm just taking that first yellow shade in the palette and I'm putting that in my crease as a nice warm transition shade. So I just like the yellowy warmth that shade gives. And then I'm gonna go into my Juvia's Place bronze palette. This is the tan one, and I'm gonna use the top color, and that's gonna also be my transition shade. And as you guys can see, it gives us even more warmth than the yellow shade, but the two blend really nicely together to give us just a nice look in the crease. So for a go-to makeup look, multitasking products makes it a lot easier to get ready so that you don't have to think too much about the look. Like all of your products are right there and they can be used for different purposes. So, you know, make sure you think about that when you're like trying to come up with like your go-to makeup look. Okay, and then just for a little bit of definition, I'm going to take the dark brown shade, not very much of it, and I'm going to put that in the outer portion of my eye. And I'm using the same brush for all of these shades. There's no need to switch the brush out, and I'm going to make sure to really blend that in and blow it out because I don't want it too concentrated. This whole look is just like, you know, supposed to be effortless and easy. Okay, so that's what the eyes look like. We love that. And then I'm gonna go into my favorite shade in the palette. As you guys can see, it has a really nice dip in there. Like, it's been well loved over the years. So I'm just gonna take that shade on my finger and then I'm gonna swipe it all over my lid and up into my crease a little bit. I love to have my shimmery glittery shades in my crease as well. And if you guys have watched any of my makeup videos, y'all know I love to apply my shimmer shades with my finger. I rarely go in with a brush unless I want more of a structured type of look. But other than that, I'm always applying my shimmer shades with my finger. Now I'm going to go in with a dark brown liner. This is the one from LA Girl. This is their, I don't know what color this is. Oh, this is literally just their Glide Gel Liner in brown. And I'm going to use that to basically line my upper lash line. And I'm also going to put this in my waterline as well. And this is just to give us a little bit more definition for our eye look. And then I think I'm actually gonna wing it out a tad. Y'all know I like to do like winged faux liner using eyeshadow instead of using like an actual liner because it's just a little bit less harsh. So I'm gonna take that dark brown from the palette and I'm just going to create a really slight wing with that. I'm gonna save my lashes and stuff like that for later on in the video so we can actually get into the face. So pretty much every single go-to makeup look I always use 2 primers because I like getting the benefits from both primers. So I'm going to be going in with the NYX Plump Right Back Serum Primer, and this is supposed to be more of a hydrating serum type of primer, but it has a gripping aspect, and I love gripping primers. So I'm going to be using this one today, and then over top of that, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Cookies and Dream Putty Primer, and this one is going to smooth out my skin, get rid of my pores, because I love when I do my go-to makeup looks, I always want my face to look smooth and flawless. So pretty much what I go for is oil control and gripping of my makeup, like holding it in place as well as smoothing out my pores. So that's why I like to double prime. So I'm just gonna go in with those 2, and I always wait in between applying my primers. I always wait about a minute to give them time to soak in and, you know, give me their full benefits. And I feel like a lot of people just put their primer on and then they immediately go in with their foundation or their concealer or whatever, and yeah, I just like to let it sit for a little bit. Also, something different that I'm going to be doing that I haven't done in my go-to makeup look or any makeup look in such a long time, I'm going to be color correcting. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in orange, and I'm basically going to color correct my under eyes and then color correct around my mouth as well as some dark spots that I have around my face. Also, something I can tell you guys that I've been doing for my go-to makeup look is using brushes instead of a sponge. So I learned when I started doing my mask proof makeup routine for work, I learned that using a brush is so much better than using a sponge when you want your makeup to last longer, at least for oily skin people. Using a brush is so much better just because the sponge adds moisture to your skin, and that's not a bad thing. But if we're talking about like long wearing makeup, using the sponge is not going to be your friend. So using brushes to really push the product into your skin and not add that moisture is essential, and that's one thing I've learned. So you guys are going to see me using brushes to blend out everything that I'm going to be using today. I'm also going in with a lot of full coverage products. I know so many people have been getting away from using full coverage makeup, but I really wanted to make a whole chit chat get ready with me video about that, because I feel like whenever a new makeup trend comes out or a new makeup style comes out, people like to bash whatever the old trends were. And it's just like, for some people, those weren't trends. For some people, this is like how we do our makeup in order for our shit to look good, you know, every time that we do it. Like, for instance, baking and doing like the whole highlighted face thing. People are talking crap about that routine now, saying, oh, it's outdated, it makes your makeup look so outdated and whatnot. And it's like, for some of us, that's how we get our makeup to last longer. Like, some of us can't go in with all of these cream products and this clean girl makeup and stuff like that. Like, a lot of us can't do that because our skin will not allow it. Our makeup will literally look a mess, and then y'all will be talking crap saying that our makeup looks terrible. But it's like, when we do the makeup routine that works for us, it's outdated, or it looks, you know, I don't know. People just, TikTok really ruins things, I feel like, because once something goes viral on TikTok, everybody follows it like a sheep, basically. Like, everybody follows the trends and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, like I said, for some of us, whatever the trend was before probably wasn't a trend for us. It was actually something that we figured out that worked for us, and we just kept doing. So for me, I'm not changing up my makeup routine, and I'm not wearing a bunch of like cream products knowing that it doesn't work for my skin or anything like that. So, you know, I feel like a lot of people just, they follow what the trends are, and then they talk crap about, you know, whatever the trend was before. So anyways, I'm going in with my Il Makiage foundation. This is in the shade 195. This foundation is a complete perfect match for me. And I'm using this e.l.f. buffing foundation brush to pat it into my skin. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with cream bronzer before I start with my concealer. I'm using the ABH cream bronzer in Hazelnut. This has become my favorite cream bronzer. I have the Huda Beauty Tan Tour, and then I have the e.l.f. Putty bronzer, but it's something about the shade and the undertone of this one. If I didn't say already, it's in the shade Hazelnut, but it's something about this one that I love so much. And then for my nose contour, I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Rich Cocoa. I love using that as well for cream contour. And I'm gonna be applying that today using this Sonia Kashuk brush. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit. Gonna start making some swipes on my face, and I try not to go too heavy with the cream bronzer, but sometimes I can't help myself because I really like this product a lot. And I'm using this e.l.f. like double-sided brush. Okay, and then for this, I like to take a small angled brush, if I can find it, and I just like to use this to blend this out. And it doesn't blend out super precisely and perfect, but that's why I like to do this step before I do my concealer, so we can kind of go over it. But you see how it gives that really snatched look, and then I blend it into the front of my brow. Now we're gonna go in with our concealer, and I like to double up on my concealers as well, because I feel like it helps when I put down a concealer that is a little bit closer to my skin tone, and then go in with my highlighting concealer. So I basically like to still do my triangle under my eyes, and I like to bring it close to my nose. And then I like to take my lighter concealer, and I put this one even closer to my nose, and I kind of put it like right just there in the center of the, I guess, triangle. I'm going to be using my favorite brush to blend this out. I think this is like every makeup artist's favorite brush to blend out under eye concealer. This is the Real Techniques. What are you? This is the, I think this is the highlighting brush actually, but we all use it for blending out our under eye. I really love using this brush to blend everything out. Just gotta take your time and really blend out the product. And then while I'm doing that, I'm gonna get my powder ready. This is the ABH Loose Setting Powder in Banana. And this is the powder that I'm gonna use my sponge for. So I made sure to blend everything out on my with my sponge first, and then I'm gonna apply the powder. So I'm basically gonna kind of press the powder in first, and then I'm gonna bake with it. And I found that this is a better routine for me. So press it in first, and then I go ahead and I just bake under my eyes where I need like the most bakeage action going on. So again, take it, blend everything out. And then we're gonna bake like so. I'm gonna continue on highlighting the rest of my face. Now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna set my entire face. I'm using my ColourPop No Filter Face Setting Powder. This is in the shade Dark, and I'm just going to use that all over my face just to set down everything. All of that liquid, all of that cream, everything needs to be set down because I have oily skin and I'm not taking any chances of anything moving around. I can wipe away the bake from under my eyes. It's been there long enough. I'm actually gonna go in and I'm gonna set my face. So I've been using this Wet n Wild Fight Dirty Detox Setting Spray because I put this in my Shop My Stash. So I kind of just want to get a feel for it. So I'm gonna cover my eyes and then I'm gonna spray a light layer of this on my face because we still need to go in with more powders like my bronzer and my blush and everything. And I don't want it to lift the product that's underneath. So I just spray a light layer of setting spray. So now I'm gonna go in with bronzer, and the bronzer that I have been loving, other than the Juvia's Place Tan bronzer, like this is amazing for my skin tone right now because I'm so light. But another bronzer that I've been loving to go in with that gives me so much definition is this one from ColourPop. So this is their Such a Rush Cheek Palette. I've already spoken about this. This is absolutely well, I haven't spoken about it, but I showed it in one of my Get Ready With Me's. This is amazing. So you have a bronzer, a highlighter, and then 2 blushes. If you're darker than me, you could probably even use these as bronzers. So what I'm first gonna do, because I've been loving to layer my bronzers, so what I'm first gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this lighter shade right here to give me more of a bronze look, and then I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop one to give me more definition. And I'm using this Real Techniques brush that you can adjust the size of it, and I'm gonna put it on mid because like I said, this one is to give more definition, and I'm gonna kind of pat this on to give us that like sculpted look. For blush, I'm just gonna go in with my all-time favorite. Y'all have seen me use this blush so many times in so many videos. I mean, it's my favorite. So it's like the perfect everyday blush. It goes with everything. It just looks so nice. I feel like it complements my skin tone so much. Okay, so for my highlighter, I'm doing 2. I'm doing a mix of the Super Shock highlighter that's in this ColourPop palette, and then Amrezy. Y'all know how much I love my Amrezy. And I'm gonna be using another one of those Real Techniques brushes because like I told you guys, this is actually a highlighter brush. Like a lot of people just use it for applying concealer to the face because it works so well for that. So I'm just gonna go in lightly with this. Why do I always forget to bronze my nose, y'all? Okay, so I told you guys that I was gonna put my lashes and stuff on later. Basically for underneath my eye, I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place bronzer and then a little bit of the dark brown shade from the Huda palette. But let's just do lips real quick. I'm gonna do a glossy lip because obviously that's what I love. So I'm gonna first go in with this Milani Understatement Lip Liner in Rich Cocoa, which is a dark brown. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with 2 liquid lipsticks. Both of these are my favorites. All right, you guys, so I'm back and I finished everything off of camera. I did my lower lash line, I applied my lashes, fixed my lip color and everything, and this is the completed makeup look. So I really like the way that this look turned out. I really like everything that I used today, all of the products. To me, my skin looks very flawless. It looks very put together and everything. All of the products really work nicely together. So I am super happy with this makeup look, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video and seeing my current updated makeup routine. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so y'all can see how everything is playing together on my skin. So this is what we're looking like up close. I am in love with everything. Everything looks so smooth and just like really, really nice. Not super dry, not at all greasy either. Everything just looks really, really nice. So that is it, you guys. That's everything I had for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this look. If you did, you already know. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know what's your current go-to makeup routine, what products you've been loving, and all of that down in the comment section below. If you're new, sis, thank you so much for watching. As always, you should definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the Fragrance and Beauty Army, as well as that bell notification so that you can be notified every single time that I upload a video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.